Welcome back. If you missed it before the break, we were talking with Governor Jeff Landry, First Lady Sharon Landry, and EJ with Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System in the partnership with Love One Louisiana, which is First Lady's organization, which she steps in a lot across the state to help out in times of need, especially crises like the food stamps benefits that we've been talking about, not only again across the country, but right here in Louisiana, impacting so many. But I want to get back to Governor Jeff Landry. I know we were talking about the rollout that starts on Saturday, starting with those who are disabled and moving down to families with kids and so on. But my question for you is, how long is this sustainable?
Well, the thing of it is that if they don't reach a compromise, it's not sustainable in the long run. That's exactly why the donations from Sharon's Foundation and from FMOL are so important today, and why you probably see us going out and asking those that are most fortunate if they'll donate more. They can donate directly to their food banks, or they can work through Sharon's Foundation. It's a C3 tax-deductible foundation. Because it's not complete, going to be long-term sustainable. It costs the state of Louisiana about $147 million a month to fill all of those EBT cards and to run the food stamp program in Louisiana. And that's why we're trying to take the most fiscally responsible approach. I will say this, though. Here's the important thing to remember for Louisianans out there. Because of the great fiscal responsible work that the legislature and I have done over the last 20 months, we have the money this month to be able to do that without disrupting or threatening any of the other great things that we've got going on around Louisiana. We filled our rainy day fund. We did tax reform. We've got great economic opportunity. We spoke about all of the jobs earlier that are available in the state of Louisiana and that are just available to people if they would just take a look. There are some great paying jobs that would help them go from dependence to independence. But yes, long term, this is not sustainable.
So for those 53,000 some odd people who are deemed able-bodied, can you talk more about what that actually means? Because some people might say, well, I'm out of a job right now, or I can't work. What does that mean?
So those are people who are able-bodied, who I guess the metrics define that they could be employed but are not employed for whatever reason that is. We want to try to move them people into employment. That's number one. Work requirements are coming to the food stamp program shortly anyhow. And so those people, we want to direct them to food banks. That's why what they're doing today is such an unbelievable thing. We're not casting those people out. We're not saying, oh no, we're not taking care of you. We just have to take care of them in a different way.
Now, EJ Kuiper, president of FMOL, you were just mentioning you guys are have some employment opportunities for people. Can you talk about that?
We're blessed to be a fast-growing health system, and to underscore what the governor said, we have currently over 2,000 jobs posted right now in any category, from entry level to obviously nurses, medical technologists, therapists. So yeah, everybody that would like to join our system, you're welcome.
Now, what message do you all have just for Louisiana right now to families? Again, this is an uncertain time for many people. Holidays are quickly approaching, so a lot happening as we close out on the end of the year.
Well, look, I would say that to the people of Louisiana, that their state government right now is acting just like many and everyone in Louisiana, through compassion and through caring and through taking care of those that are the most vulnerable. I mean, look, Louisiana is probably the most generous state. We love each other. We believe in God. We appreciate the blessings that he's given us, and right now he's given us an opportunity to take care of those people during Thanksgiving, and I think that that's important. The other message is we just would hope that the folks up in Washington, D.C. Would get their act together and get the government open, and then we wouldn't have to be dealing with this. We could talk about giving turkeys away for Thanksgiving instead.
Right. So again, I just want to recap. Love One Louisiana is partnering with FMOL. They're giving $200,000 to help food banks in our area because several cities in Louisiana have a food desert, which is an ongoing issue that we've been talking about, but this is supposed to help during this time. Again, what can we expect to see some of these benefits reaching
Well, I was going to say, I think it's important to recognize that what we're doing this morning and the money that they're giving is not just in the capital area, it's actually going out across Louisiana, which we thought was extremely important, using FMOL's network of places that they operate in the state of Louisiana. Sharon's Foundation can fill the particular gaps where they're not. And so the message for Louisiana citizens out there, especially the able-bodied, is that we should be able to touch all of them, right? Because of the network that we're going to use of the food banks scattered around Louisiana. We're hoping that LDH puts, not hoping, they're going to be putting on their website by Friday all of the food banks around the state of Louisiana, and so people can be able to access a list of them on LDH's website by Friday.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me, First Lady Sharon Landry, Governor Jeff Landry, EJ Kuiper with FMOL. Thank you so much for joining me to talk more on SNAP benefits. Now, we will have this information, and if you missed this interview, we will have it on our website, as well as This Week in Louisiana Politics later on this week. Stay right there. We have more news, weather, and traffic coming up after the break.